So I've been testing Mammotion's line of robotic outdoor equipment for many years now. Not just at a trade show like CES, but also in real lawns and real pools. That's why I was super excited when Mammotion reached out and offered to sponsor today's video so I can give you a first look at all the new robotic outdoor gear that they have for 2026.
CES is really about direction, and what stood out to me this year was how much Mammotion is focused on reducing setup, reducing babysitting, and making these robots more autonomous over time. Across the entire lineup, the overall theme is smarter navigation, better obstacle avoidance, and systems that are designed to manage themselves, not just follow a map. So let's start out with the flagship robot. The Luba 3 is Mammotion's flagship mower, and the biggest change this year is what they call Tri-Fusion navigation. This combines three systems all working together: a 360-degree LiDAR sensor, RTK positioning, and AI vision. The idea here is instead of relying on one single source of truth, the mower is constantly cross-checking its position and surroundings in real time. Another major upgrade is connectivity. The Luba 3 now has a built-in 4G module, and Mammotion includes 3 years of service. This means remote access, tracking, and monitoring without having to rely entirely on your home Wi-Fi coverage. This is great for those of you with larger yards. In terms of performance, the cutting speed is increased to about 7,000 square feet per hour, and the cutting motors have been upgraded to 165 watts, spinning at up to 3,000 RPM. That's a noticeable bump over previous generations and helps maintain consistency in thicker or faster growing grass. On the intelligence side, there's a new onboard AI processor that's capable of up to 10 trillion operations per second. That processing power enables recognition and avoidance of more than 300 common obstacles, even in changing environments. Battery management also gets a meaningful upgrade. Luba 3 now supports smart charging limits, off-peak charging, and battery sizes up to 15 amp hours. This will all help extend battery lifespan over time. Plus, the underside of the mower is now IPX6 rated, so you're able to hose it down for cleaning. This is one of those things that I ask for. Now, what hasn't changed is just as important. You still get all-wheel drive with support for slopes up to 80%, multiple cutting height configurations, up to 50 mowing zones, rain detection, and low noise operation. The takeaway here is that the Luba 3 isn't a radical redesign, it's just a maturity update. It's all about taking what you loved from the Luba 2 and adding in some modern upgrades. This should really help it operate better in larger, more complex yards. So if the Luba 3 is about scale, the Luba Mini 2 all-wheel drive is about bringing the same terrain handling DNA to smaller lawns. Navigation on the Luba 2 Mini is handled through a combination of triple camera AI vision and net RTK positioning. So all this means that you're not relying on boundary wires or complicated setup. Once you get everything up and running, the mower can maintain consistent accuracy across the yard. Now, despite its smaller footprint, this is still a true all-wheel drive mower. It supports slopes up to 80% just like its bigger brother, which puts it in a very different category than most compact robot mowers. That makes it a good fit for hilly yards, uneven terrain, or areas where traction is usually the problem. In terms of capacity, the Luba Mini 2 is designed for lawns up to about 1/4 of an acre and supports up to 10 independent mowing zones. That means you can split up your front, back, and side yards, or different areas of your lawn with different grass types, without having to manually intervene. The cutting performance is also more advanced than you'd expect from a mower this size. There's a dedicated edge cutting disc designed to reduce trimming along borders, along with adaptive path planning to maintain coverage efficiency. You also get the upgraded IPX6 waterproofing, so rain and washdowns aren't a concern. So overall, I would frame the Luba Mini 2 as this. It's not a watered-down version of the flagship model. It's a compact mower specifically built for people who want serious slope handling and autonomous navigation, but just scaled down for smaller properties. So the Yuka Mini 2 series is all about simplicity and fast setup. This year's model is designed to be installation free, no boundary wires, and no complicated calibration process. There are actually 2 different navigation options depending on which model you get. Some versions will actually use a 360-degree LiDAR combined with AI vision, while others rely on the triple camera AI vision. Both approaches focus on reliable mapping and obstacle detection without external infrastructure. So that means this unit does not actually come with an RTK base station. Now across the lineup, the Yuka Mini 2 supports slopes up to 45%, recognizes more than 300 obstacles, includes smart cliff protection, and offers full app control for zones, schedules, and mowing patterns. It's also fully IPX6 waterproof and designs for hands-off operation once it's all mapped. They even claim that this one has out-of-box support, meaning you can just drop it in a yard and let it go and it will figure out the boundaries automatically. So if your priority is ease of use and minimal installation effort, the Yuka Mini 2 is clearly positioned for that audience. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like Mammotion's releasing an update to the standard Yuka series this year, even though I really like that mower because of its optional sweeper. Hopefully we'll see an update come to this sometime next year. One of the more interesting announcements this year from Mammotion is it's continuing to expand into the pool cleaning market. They debuted their upgrade to last year's Spinio E1 with the new Spino S1 Pro. Now, some of the really cool features about the S1 Pro is the fact that it actually has navigation on board, meaning it uses the camera system to be able to navigate throughout the pool. Previous versions have only used internal navigation, meaning that it couldn't avoid any obstacles or really figure out where it was in your pool. This year's model uses a new suite of sensors and a really awesome upgrade, an auto docking lift base. What this means is once everything is set up, the robot can handle everything, including cleaning, returning to the dock, and recharging all on its own. Once the robot approaches the base, it grabs it using an arm and pulls it completely up out of the water in order to charge it. In addition to all that, it uses AI vision mapping, adaptive dirt response, and multi-sensor awareness to adjust cleaning behavior based on what it encounters. The dual roller system is designed to clean pool floors, walls, and water lines. So the big upgrade here is autonomy. This isn't just a robot you have to drop into the pool and then pull out to charge. It's a system designed to manage itself. And this is one of the chief complaints that I've heard from folks that have pool cleaning robots is they want it to just manage itself. Now the robot can deploy itself when it's ready, clean your pool, and then get pulled out of the pool automatically and charge, so it stays out of the way. This will be really cool to see when it comes out later this year. Oh, and they also introduced a new commercial mower called the Mammotion. This thing looks awesome, and it can mow up to 10 acres. Hopefully we'll get more details soon. They also showed off their Piper robotic arm, which I think has some great use cases even outside the robotics world. So stepping back, the pattern across Mammotion's lineup is pretty clear. The Luba series focuses on terrain handling and larger, more complicated properties. The Yuka series focuses on simplicity and fast setup. And now the Spinio shows where they're heading next, towards fully autonomous outdoor systems that require minimal user involvement. Of course, these updates include a lot of flashy features. It's about reducing edge cases, reducing maintenance, and making these robots feel more reliable over the long term.
So if you are looking for autonomous lawn care that works in the real world, I'd recommend taking a look at Mammotion's line from this year. All these products go to really save you a lot of time and maybe even money. So definitely check them out. I've got links to the products down in the description, and I'll be doing a full review of both the Luba 3 and some of the mini robots along with the pool cleaner later on this year. If you want to check out my previous Mammotion videos, I've got a whole playlist right over here. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe by clicking on my face right here. Stay tuned for more CES 2026 coverage, and I'll see you on the next video.